Hello, welcome, and thank you for joining us today. I'll be interviewing Lesley Wallerstein. Let's get started. First, what or who inspired you to pursue STEM?
It wasn't any one particular person. I want to say that I've always been interested and curious about how things work. Um, when I was in high school, I took a lot of science classes, and I really enjoyed it. And my parents really encouraged me to continue studying math and science. And I had some very unusual interests at that time. I was interested in amateur radio, which required me to learn physics and the Morse code. And this is before cell phones. This is before the internet became what it is today. So this is one way that people would communicate in an emergency or just for fun. So my parents and my grandparents also very much encouraged me to continue down that path.
What is an obstacle that you encountered in your field and how did you overcome it?
I have to be honest with you. I've never felt disadvantaged or discriminated against because of my gender. I always felt like I was going to be judged based on my merits, on what I did, not who I was. And I went to a school that was very open-minded in that way, and they treated everybody the same, regardless of where you came from. So that really laid the foundation.
What is a strength that you've found being a woman in STEM?
I really haven't thought about that, to be honest. To your earlier question, I've never felt like my gender played a role in anything that I've done. I've always felt like I was going to be judged based on the quality of the work that I did.
That's really interesting that I really like the idea of just being judged on one's merits as opposed to outside forces such as a person's gender. Yes. My next question is, what advice do you have for young women interested in pursuing a STEM career?
Go for it. And there are lots of possibilities. And I mean, I studied science in college, but then I did not pursue a career in science per se. I went to law school and I became a patent attorney. So I literally don't use science in my job, but that knowledge helps and it is actually essential to what I do every day. Even though my clients are the ones who are building things there and in the laboratories.
And finally, what do you see for the future of women in STEM?
Even more doors will be open today and tomorrow than there were when I was your age.
Lovely. Any final thoughts?
No, I think this is a great idea, what you do. And if you have any questions of me later, just you know how to find me. I wish you all the best of luck.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure speaking with you today.
Have a good evening.
You too.
Bye-bye.